What's up, y'all? Uncle Eddie coming at you. It is, I think it's Friday. Not sure. It's November 11th, and it's about 4:30 in the morning. Quite early. Um, Started working on another project. I did get the seat pan riser blasted. However, I didn't do the large seat pan because I noticed two small cracks where the let me get the pan and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just makes sense. See, I'm a little concerned about it. I started doing it, redoing it, because it's got surface rust on it, as you can tell. So, see, it's got surface rust on it. But I started doing some of it, but I noticed that, let's see here. I noticed that here and here are these cracks. And the problem with that is how the seat is right here. This is the front, facing towards the front of the tractor. And the problem is every time you get up and off the seat, you're pushing like this and a downforce on it. And I'm afraid it's only going to get worse. As you use it. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do about that. It's not real thick. It's like, I'm not sure what the gauge would be. It's a little thinner than a 1/16 of an inch thick. So I guess it would have to probably be TIG welded because it's not real heavy. Stick welding, MIG welding. From what I can tell, usually is done with for heavier gauges or thicker materials, probably like 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, and so on. The amount of heat that it creates would most definitely warp the metal because it's so thin. And I don't know how sturdy or stable it would become. My general rule for the stuff that I've been redoing for my eBay stores, I don't sell garbage. I won't do it. I don't put junk up there. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's a shame too because I hate to get rid of it. Just toss it. But that's really the only part I have to really look into it. I thought about maybe having something put on the back, but I have to make sure it wouldn't interfere once you mount it. There's not a whole lot of room in there. So I don't know if it would interfere. It won't interfere with the riser pan, but it may interfere with the way it sits on the frame. I might have some old pictures of the old frames before I get rid of them. It steps up, so the frame's like, flat, and then it steps up and over. And right where that step up is right where this sits at. So I don't know if I could put something in there to back it, have it, I don't have a welder, unfortunately. It's a skill set I have yet to obtain, but I may get there. I'm hoping. And yeah, if I can back it with like a piece of 1/8 inch or something, some steel behind it, then I'd feel better about redoing it. But I just don't want to. I don't want to invest the time in it if it's not gonna, one, if it's not gonna work, two, nobody wants it. And the other problem I have with it is I have to find something to ship it in. I mean, it's not exactly small. It's like 30 by like 36 by 22, and it's about 8 inches tall. So that'll be an interesting box to stick it in. Plus, it has to be a heavy enough box to make sure it doesn't get damaged. And then I'm also weighing out with the wheel weights. I'll have to figure that one out too. That'll be tricky. Like I can have the box size, but the UPS site and the UPS and their webpage, and the guy that I talked to, he was telling me that there's a specific dimension before package becomes freight, and freight cost is even way more than shipping. Uh, so the four wheel weights is 80 pounds. Like yikes. So if I stuck it in some kind of a box, I'd have to at least reinforce either the bottom of the box or the entirety of the box in probably maybe like a Luan plywood, something light but yet enough to secure the box and make it more sturdy. Because if you lift up a box with 80 pounds, a regular old cardboard box, the bottom will break out and all the crap will be everywhere. So can't be doing that. Um, so yeah, I didn't do the other one, and I didn't show it because I just, like I said, this thing is a gift, and I'm not gonna destroy it or mess it up or whatever. And nah. I'll take pictures and maybe do in between ones. Now, I mean, it didn't take much. I had done the majority of the blasting in the cabinet on that pan riser, so what little I had left to do did not take very long. And then and then Dad and I we went to Home Depot, and picked up the tub. There it is. It's, I don't know if I get a good picture of it or not on the side of it. There it is there. Just a regular plain Jane acrylic bathtub. So this won't be bad. I got to call my buddy Mike, come over here and help me take it upstairs. This is the easy part. It's really light. I mean, I could probably do it myself, but I'm not going to. The tough part's going to be getting this up. This is the surround, so the two side walls and the one long one. Getting it up the steps will be interesting. And I didn't get to paint yesterday. I wanted to, but didn't get to because I've been doing some other stuff. So I got to do these two and that seat pan riser, prime it. And then, so now I've been working on this trim for the remaining 4 windows, and 3 door halves. So basically, the outside, the hallway door, in the main hallway. There's like two. It's kind of weird how the upstairs is. So you have the main stairwell, and then there's a main hallway, and then there's a secondary hallway where the bathroom is, and like the room that I stay in, and there's a window in that hallway. The window in the hallway is going to be the colonial trim because the rest of that little short hallway is all the doors and everything is in colonial trim. Um, Although, excuse me, ugh, oh man, although the baseboard is full size, or what was in there before, so we did that, and then all made, and then there's the three windows. Uh, oh, so there's the outside door of my parents, in the room they sleep in, the master bedroom, and then there's the half of the door that goes up to the attic, which is shorter. It's a shorter and smaller door, and then there's the door for the guest room. Um, Half of it, because the inside's already done. The outside has to be, or the outside is done. I have to put the pieces on the inside, but I got to fix the jamb on the inside because it's not. I don't know. It's not right at the top, and I need to fix it so the reveal and the gap and everything's even and all before I put the trim in. And then the three windows in the room the other bedroom. So I have to do that, and that's what all this trim is for. And it looks like I'll have just enough to do that. Thank God. But right now I'm going through and I've been scraping out all the old paint. But I got this one to do. I got this one to finish. I just finished this one up. Some of these will be cutting short, like for the windows. The windows, the size of the windows are like 65, and then there's a corner rosette, or a set of them to go in the corners. So these are the rosettes. So you get the two side pieces of trim across the top, and this finishes off the corners of the windows, one here and one here. So that's the original, and you can see how big it is. That's 5/4 inch, about 1.25 inches. That's what they call 5/4. So, and that's how that is. So I got lots of those to do. I thought this was tedious, but when I get to the rosettes, that's a whole different animal there. It's very time consuming. And then, so once I get all the paint and stuff out of here, then I have to go back and I have rebuilding to do on a lot of this trim. Excuse me. So the same putty that I rebuilt the window corner with is what I'll be rebuilding chunks missing out of this trim with. Maybe not that down there. Maybe not that. That'll cut off. But like where the hinges were, for whatever reason they cut it out. Really didn't need to be cut out. There's the one below this one. This piece here, like they put in here. It'll help fill, but I gotta grind that down, and then I gotta rebuild it and there's a spot there I have to rebuild, and so I build it up with the putty, and then sand it down, and reshape it to what it originally looked like, and then prime it and paint it. So prime it, hang it, putty it, all the nail holes again, and then paint it, caulk it and paint it. So, yeah. So I gotta get the plumbing squared away. Find a day. I gotta call Mike and find a day what's good for him. He can come over. He can help me take the tub upstairs. Probably bring his buddy Lee over so they can. I'll need two guys to help me get that surround up the steps, around the corner, and I'd rather have it in the box, stay in the box until I need to take it out. Some other measurements I have to do to make sure that between the height of the surround versus the height of the tub, that I have enough drywall cut out. And then I have to look for, I didn't see it at Home Depot. I may have to go to the other store. Whatever. They make this channel. It's like an H, kind of, sort of, like, like a, that kind of thing. Lowercase h looking. And then, so it caps over the end of the drywall. And sometimes it has a little finish bead on it. So it's like, man, I had a piece of it somewhere. I may still have it. I wonder if it's over here. That might be it there. Oh, or a piece like it. This is a vinyl bead. Is that vinyl? No, that's not. I had a piece of it. Let's see. What did I do with it? It's a very, very, very small bead. A corner bead. And dang, I thought I had it. Might I get rid of it? Where did I may get rid of it. Anyway, it's a real small. It's like quarter round, but not. It's got like a bevel similar to this, like that profile, but way smaller. Attached to the clip that caps the end of the drywall, so it gives it a nice finish instead of trying to, like the tub we took out, they just dead-ended it into the drywall and then caulked it. And of course, after a while, it just starts, moisture. Water and air always finds a way. If there's a way in whatever you're working with, like on your house or whatever, garage, building, structure, air and water will always find a way in. So you have to be, quite adamant about making sure it doesn't happen. So that's how the cap would work, and it leaves a nice finish, a nice, And even the guys, like, I'm not going to mention the company, but the guys who wanted to put the tub in, their version of an acrylic tub, Pro Acrylic, I think it's called. It's like a brand name or whatever. They wanted $15,000. The pictures they showed, I didn't see anything like that. The way it looked, as how they dead-ended it into the drywall, just looked really, it wasn't professional, not in my opinion. And for that kind of money, it should look immaculate, but it didn't. So I'm glad they decided not to go that route. I think it would have been a waste. I don't think they would have been happy. I know I wouldn't have been happy. And not to say that I do, way better work than, but I just, nah, I just don't want to. 15 grand. If I could drive. No, I don't want to put tubs in the rest of my life. No, thank you. I do it because I can do it, not because I want to. I mean, I want to help them and whatnot. And it'll be interesting. I haven't done it in a while. It's been a while since. The last one I did was in a trailer that I lived in a mobile home, a modular home, however you like to look at it. It's a freaking trailer. Who cares? When I lived in Kansas, we had to put a bathroom on the other end for where the kids' rooms were, and but all that paneling was a fiberglass, slightly not corrugated, but it almost had like a slightly rough finish, like a stone texture. Well, don't know why that happened. It just stopped for whatever reason. Okay. Um, where was it? Oh, the finish of the stone corrugated finish of the bathtub when I lived in Kansas. So yeah, there was only a shower there, so we wanted to install a tub because uh, we had a tub in the master bedroom, but it was a garden tub, and I really didn't want the kids in the garden tub. Too big. It that thing took a solid 45 minutes to fill. You know, to like fill the tub halfway, and my ex and I, we both could get in the tub at the same time. It was that size, so it was kind of nice. And we're like, nah, I don't want the kids in here, man. Like, no. Mm-mm. But it's like love the kids, but nah, I don't want no, I don't want stuff in there. They be wanting to be in there all the time. It's like a pool for them. No, way back when, but yeah. So next, I'll be doing this and doing the tub and doing some other things. Um, Probably rebuild a door for the wood shop, and I have several ideas for how I want to redo the bottoms of the double doors. I'm just going over that and figuring out the best way, and um, try to get that buttoned up before. Well, if I don't get it buttoned up before winter, it'll happen early in the spring. Um, so yeah. So I'm gonna get off of here and finish. Well, I just finished this piece, so it's all sanded and ready to go, and I'll stick it over there. And then I'll do these other two pieces, and then well, maybe I might do them later. I'm kind of tired, as you can tell. 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Um, and see what else I got planned today. So I will see you all again soon. See you on the next one. Be good or good at it. Good to yourselves, your friends, your family, your loved ones. Be safe and healthy and happy out there. And God bless. And I'll see you.